Hello, it's day 233, and I want to talk about you versus yourself. If you're anything like me, you've been fat your entire life, and you've also been trained to think that fat is your main problem. If you could just solve the fatness thing, the rest of your life would fall into place easily. And that's a really tempting mindset to get behind, because the rest of the world tells you that fat is bad, fat is evil, but fat is solvable. Find the solution and apply it, lose weight, and all of your problems will be fixed. And unfortunately, that causes a bit of a tug of war in the mind of most fat people, or at least it did for me. This idea that fat is bad, fat is a problem, therefore I am fat, I am bad, I am a problem. It's easy to make that connection, even though that connection isn't necessarily correct. Fatness does not make you bad, but the world will continually tell you that fat is bad. So it's very easy to find yourself in the villain role because you are fat. And unfortunately for me, as I try to reanalyze my life through the lens of intuitive eating, I found that my mind still automatically goes to fix the fat problem whenever I try to fix any of my other problems. Like, oh, I'm lonely. Well, if I was skinny, I would have more friends. No, that's not really the way it works. Or like, oh, I have nothing to do, I'm bored. Oh, well, if I were skinny, I would have more hobbies and more things I could do. Like, why does my brain still automatically go there? I know why. It's because I was so entrenched in diet culture for so long that the idea of losing weight is the golden solution. It is the solution, like with a capital S, the solution, the thing that will fix your life. But it's almost scary in a way to realize that it's not, because if that's not the solution, what is? What's going to make me happy? I've been giving more and more thought about that. A couple months ago, I mentioned that, I'm in a situation right now where I could technically quit my job and be okay. I could live off of my farm, I could make enough money to make my life work. And I'm thinking very seriously about doing that. I didn't want to jump right on the quitting my job wagon until I was sure that it was the right solution, but the longer I think about it, the more I think that it is. I think that this spring will probably be my final semester teaching. And that lines up pretty well, actually, because I decided that I was going to make 365 of these videos, and these videos will be done in the spring. So if you are out there and you find that you are engaged in that tug of war with yourself, I really would encourage you, as a teacher who is in her final semester of teaching, almost, and who has decided that, I just don't care anymore. I'm just going to give the advice that I believe is true. I don't really care if I get fired at this point. I really do think that you need to go out there and look at something other than weight loss. Counterintuitively, wanting to lose weight is probably the worst thing possible for your psyche. Everybody tells you it's the solution. Everybody tells you that's the way to fix your life, so start thinking about it because you gotta do it. I don't think so. I think the less you think about weight loss, the better off you're going to be. The more solutions you're going to find. Actual solutions, things that are actually going to work for you. I think I'm creeping up on my solution. And I think the only reason I'm able to do that is because I'm not thinking about diets and food like 90% of the day. I have brain power because A, I'm feeding myself, and B, I'm not spending all of my evenings like hunched over my phone, tapping things into my FitnessPal, hoping that I can balance the books. I really do think that you need to just go out there and try some things and see what's actually going to work for you. Ignore weight loss. If it comes, great, fine, whatever. If it doesn't, you need to go looking elsewhere. You can't fix your life through weight loss. You can't fix your life through weight loss. I wish somebody had told me that a long, long time ago.